I said good morning, good morning. That's beautiful. Good morning. Oh, nice. All right. Sitting right down the road. We're going to get started here as we begin the service. I'm Chris Parente. I'll be sort of the ringleader today of a really exciting Sunday service. Come on in, take your seats. You're in a safe space, a sacred space. We're excited to get the program started. We're going to release and rise up today, folks. Yeah. We're going to release it, particularly. We're going to do both today. I'm excited about who we've got as the speaker. Again, I'm Chris Parente, and I'm thrilled to be up here, and I'm thrilled to be out here in the seats every week, too. I love Althea. And I actually had kind of a moment with God on the way in here. Hey. Thank you, yes. Give it up for God. It was a sacred message that God gave to me this morning. It came to me in the flesh. He said, you get it, right? You get it. The cell phones, baby. Let's get on our phones right now. Come on, get out of there, get out of there. We're going to turn our cell phones off if we can. Because I was actually thinking about, what is it about our cell phones? Are we afraid something bad is going to happen? Are we thinking we're so important someone's going to call? We can't miss the call. We can take an hour. We can trust the universe's gods for 1 hour and turn them off. I encourage you, don't just mute it. If you can, turn it off. Just for that hour, as a sign of your willingness to commit that the universe has got your back. Now, last week somebody asked me, hey Perenni, call me Perenni, what do you think the Rocky Mountains would sound like if they had a voice? That was a good question. And this is my answer. How beautiful. That was the Ute Sundance. That's the Ute Sundance. And we begin every service as a reminder of the people who walked this path long before we were here. The Ute, the Cheyenne, the Arapaho. The Ute were here for, and still are, by the way, 2,000 years they've been here, stewards of the land. If the mountains could talk, that's what I think they would speak in, the tongues of our indigenous people. It's important to us to do that land acknowledgement we start every Sunday, acknowledging our Ute, Cheyenne, Arapaho brothers and sisters. And we put our money in our wall too. We have two groups here in Althea that serve Indigenous communities. That's important to us. We also begin every Sunday by affirming that we are a diverse community of spiritual seekers. And we declare it this morning, and for you watching at home every Sunday, we declare it. This is a safe space, welcoming for folks of any gender, race, sexual orientation, age, background, physical ability. We want to see that reflected in our seats. We know that in that diversity, we get closer to unity. And if you are watching from home, we want you to feel welcome here. Anyone who is seeking the peace of God is welcome here with us. And speaking of welcome, do we have any first-timers? Any first-timers? We do indeed. Make some noise for our first-timers. It's our tradition to have the first-timers come up and host the whole service. So you get a flower on behalf of all of us at Althea. We want to see your beautiful face this Sunday and every Sunday. Also, lunch will be on the house too. So after service, we have a great lunch. Please come. No cost to you, and thank you for being here this Sunday. We begin now with our opening prayer. Gentlemen I know quite well. Here's Louise.
Good morning, everyone. We'll start by taking a deep breath, get connected to Mother Earth through your feet, and closing your eyes if you feel comfortable. Today I selected a prayer. This is the Lord's Prayer, except it's a newer translation, closer to what Jesus said himself. And it goes like this. O Earth, Father, Mother of the cosmos, focus your light within us. Make it useful. Create your reign of unity now. Your one desire that acts with ours, as in all light, so in all forms. Grant what we need each day in bread and in sight. Loose the cords of mistakes binding us as we release the strands we hold of others' guilt. Don't let surface things delude us, but free us from what holds us back. From you is born all ruling will, the power and the life to do, the song that unifies all, from age to age it renews. Truly, power to these statements, may they be ground from which all our actions grow. Amen.
And now for a statement of being, we'll get Anna up here. Had a wonderful prayer last weekend.
Thank you. Good morning. I just realized it's such a blessing to come up here when I do because it's right after the morning prayer, so I can all sing. Okay, so we're going to read the statement of being, which is on this, and then we're going to sing. Okay, if you can all stand as you're able. Okay. God is all, both invisible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. Is one that is all, is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. We are individualized expressions of God, and are ever one is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. Okay, thank you again. Most of them. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for having me up here, even when I mess up a little bit. And have me back.
I was talking to these fellows, the musicians. Anybody here remember the 70s? A few of us that- I love the music of the 60s and 70s because there was so much more behind it. Really, I listen to that music and feel like I'm in church. It was popular music. And we're going to get a taste of that this morning with our featured musicians. I'm so excited for Chris Webster and Drew Hill. They played together for 15 years. Yeah, 15 years. They, of course, were here at the 4th of July celebration way back in 2016. They're promising, they said, I'm going to hear some good ones today. I'm glad of it. Americana, from Neil Young to Van Morrison. Please welcome Chris Webster and Drew Hill.
Welcome my musical partner 15 years. And I want to dedicate this one this morning to someone really special that's leaving us in body, but never in spirit. Miss Sarah, let's be exactly better. Everybody knows what's wrong, as we say,
Release the soul. You know, we talk about the power of manifestation in this space a lot. You know, we think it in our mind, we create it in our space. And I'm speaking as somebody who attends here, I've seen it happen here specifically in our search for who might lead next. Because we have had some phenomenal candidates. If I were going to create one in my lab or my mind, I don't know that I could come up with one better than the candidates we've had. That's wonderful. We're blessed. And I think that's part of this space. We create the environment where someone can walk on stage and bring the magic and the spirit. Several people have. We're blessed. And today, our speaker is one of our candidates. We've heard her before, I have. She's wonderful. Reverend Christina Jones. Yeah, go ahead. That's how I feel. She's a powerful teacher. She's an instructor, writer, intuitive energy shifter of the divine creator. She's passionate about supporting the divine feminine within all of us through prayer, higher consciousness, both in living and in our way of being. She's the founder and spiritual director of the Divine Feminine Evolution, a CSL affiliate focused ministry. Reverend Christina is a healing emissary of light and love for herself and for the world. Now really make some noise.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being a center. Thank you for the entire support team. It is always a blessing to come here in this beautiful field of energy. So today is on Release and Rise Up. I'm expecting people, even watching on YouTube, to be a little triggered, because it is time for us to release and rise up. My husband and I just returned from a long road trip, our vacation, through southern Colorado and New Mexico. And this is the backside of Telluride. This was taken at Blizzard, what is it called? Blizzard Pass. And seeing that, because I was even thinking, like, what the Spirit wants to say Sunday, today. And I heard a voice say, release and rise up. And I got loose God peppers. And what hit me was, it took 2 plates to create that. To create the Rocky Mountains. The Pacific Plate and the North American Plate collided millions of years ago. Because this was all underwater. This was flat. And that's magnificent. One of these peaks is at 13,000 feet. So God released a force to create a new United States. The same goes for the Himalayas. That's a physical, powerful release. And trust and believe, I'm pretty sure the animals, the dinosaurs, or whatever was around, went, what the? It changed that beautiful landscape. So I started thinking, as we were driving, what must I release? All release comes physical first. Physical equals metaphysical, and when that out-picturing of the physical happens. So we've gone through a lot of release. 2020, and we're still in it. We're coming out of it, but we're still releasing old ways of being. Companies that were here are not here anymore, or they changed their structure. Everything has shifted. We walked into a hotel, and I was waiting to meet someone to go check in. Everything was automated. Now, I'm a tech geek, but this one really freaked me out. Okay, it was like these little iPads. And the key card, the little credit card they give you, you activate it yourself. I was like, holy cow, and there was no one around. Interesting. And they have less staff, but they're able to pay the board. Because I had to find someone to change the room, which took a while, but they're so relaxed. So we as a world and a country are accepting new ways of being and releasing the old ways of being. I was thinking about when this was built over 100 years ago, there was no internet. There was no cars, not really like what we have now. So we've stepped into a new world hundreds and hundreds and thousands of times, and now we're here again. So what will we do today and this week and this entire year to rise up to a new level of consciousness? Because it is going to take force and a power, and we have it in us. We have that in us. If you forget when the smoke is on, look at the darkness. We have that force. So what can we do? Today I'm going to give everyone a little homework this week. What 3 things physically in your home, your car, your office, the junk drawer, we all have one, we can release and give away. People were releasing during COVID because they were literally stuck inside. Everyone started looking around like, where did this come from? Now everyone's out and about. Things might fall back, but you can't, because we all are in a new frequency, a new timeline of healing and consciousness. This is how come there's upheaval on the planet, because the old really is releasing. It's going away. We are not going backwards. We physically can't go backwards. It's physically impossible. We're in a new world. Joe Dispenza, we're going to see many paradigms start to collapse because they can't sustain themselves in this new era. He said that in 2018. He saw something coming. He felt it. We're in a new era. We're in a new paradigm. And I don't care if you're 16 or 106, if you hear or matter. You still have gifts and you still have something to release. Buddha, before he became the Buddha, released privilege, money, billions of dollars. Siddhartha was his name before he became the Buddha. He walked out and became enlightened. So think about it. He had to release to become enlightened. Now, I'm not saying walk out your house and give up your job. But he had to release what didn't work for him. Because he didn't understand he lived in a palace and people were poor. And the enlightenment, as he sat under the Bodhi tree, it came with effortless ease and grace. Because the enlightenment was already there. He just couldn't see it when he was in the palace. Therefore, he had to release the old. We are in a new era. I know I don't feel the same. I feel like the 3 years of the shutdown feels like 6. I don't know if you feel that same way, like it's bigger than that. Some days I wake up, I'm like, what day is it? It'll be a Wednesday, it'll feel like a Friday. So it tells me, God is shifting us, and we are to allow that shift to happen. And it is physical. Of getting rid of things, maybe even changing clothes, changing wardrobe, maybe painting something, going through things that a box that you've had in your home, maybe for 20 years, you don't know what's in it. Go through it, maybe just get rid of the box. Hang up those pictures you've been wanting to hang. And some people have a problem with hoarding. I grew up with a hoarder of my own. And when she passed away, my mother, and I knew it was bad, we didn't know it was that bad. And she always wanted something more, and wanted more money, and wanted more love in her life. And she would shop and shop and shop. And when we went through the closet that I couldn't open, that opened all the way this much, 10 feet high of stuff. I don't know if y'all remember Mervyn's and Montgomery Ward. They made clothes for over 7 years. There were still boxes of towels, things with tags on it. That's a consciousness thing. And part of it I don't know because she grew up during the Depression. She held on. I had compassion. But this was the first time I personally in front of my mom, which I usually don't. I'm a Southern girl. And my mom was like, it's okay. You cursed for me too. Because I was overwhelmed with that. And after that was over, of going back and forth and filling up the dumpster, even my mom said, we got stuff to get rid of for us. Because it triggers stuff like, after this, I'm going to go through my stuff. I went through stuff. But with that, with her hoarding, we had to go through all the books. She wanted more money. We found $25,000 because she was hoarding money. So with that, Mom and I invested money. With that, afterwards, me and my mom did get a fever. But the beautiful metaphysician that my mother was and still is, she said, we're burning off what she wouldn't let go. We got sick and realized after all that purging, we were purging for her. And after that, I got a raise at work. After that, my mother manifested a beautiful apartment and more money. Even though my aunt couldn't release, we wound up doing it for her, and on some visceral level, we released. So that's your homework. Go through what you have. I had 20 blank shirts. I counted one day. I've got rid of 10. That's a problem. It's like, what can we give? And also give by giving, we're giving to someone else. We're sharing with someone else. With release, I'm a Curtis Thomas. And a lot of times with release, we get triggered. We get scared. And Emma, one of the founders of New Thought and Divine Science, who coached Ernest Holmes and the women that founded the Sacred Space. This too is good. This too is God. This too is for me. And I demand to see the blessing in it for me. The blessing is within us. Another form of release, another homework. If you're having a challenge with the physical stuff, go deeper. There's a book called Right to Heal, several books, you can find them on Amazon. Get a cheap dollar store book, write out how come you won't let X, Y, and Z go. Get it out of your subconscious system and your body. Because if you're holding on to stuff, or energies, or anger, or rage, or regret, it will make you sick. It will manifest in the physical body. And you're not keeping this as a journal. You're literally getting it out. Because when we write, not type, not the noise, we're activating another side of our brain and our subconscious side. Take 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes. If you don't have 10 minutes, you need to take 20. Take some time and write out how come. Not why, how come. Because why, the ego makes you why. How come brings you the truth. The truth will set you free. Spirit is in us. What is wanting to be released, to rise up in consciousness. If you want more money, more love, a nicer house, or a nicer car, release, clean up what you have. If you want more happiness, go deep and find out how come you're unhappy. If it's old stuff from your childhood, teenage years, ex-husband, whatever, the dog, the cat made you mad, write it out. physically get it out of you. You will feel emotion. I know when I did it, I've seen others do it. You'll cry, you might feel anger. Let it come out in a constructive manner. Allow it to be released constructively, not in road rage. That's what we're seeing. People withholding, they're not releasing in a positive, energetic way that is safe. You have prayer partners and practitioners here. Reach out, ask for prayer of how to release. If you meditate, try to start. Ask Spirit, what must be released for my highest and best good? What must be revealed for me to step into and be this new era? All of our frequencies matter. Love is contagious. If you notice, if you've been around an angry person, you start to feel a little angry. Release that constructively. Because love really is the answer. Of course, I drew you guys sing 70s music. I love 70s music too. It was about that love. Bring yourself back to that, to peace. Release regret. There's nothing to regret. Everything happens for a reason and for a season. Don't hold on to old energies, old beliefs, old thought patterns. They hold you back. I know that. I have felt it. It is time to release on a cellular level. It is good. And it's a blessing for us. Think of how you can even share with other people. You can even share your own story. We are all ministers. We are all here to help each other. We are our brother's keeper. We affect one another. And we can do that in a loving, positive way. So release the old baggage. It is physical. And some writings, sharings, that's the metaphysical. Writing is metaphysical. To get it out. To move forward. This affirmation came in. I'm releasing the past with love. Rising in higher consciousness and gratitude. You can sing that. Even if you don't feel it, your body will start to feel it. And releasing the past with love. Many of us have had challenging childhoods. We gotta see it as a lesson that many of our childhoods and teenage years, whatever we've gone through, have been a lesson because those people, places, things, and events were and are our greatest teachers. So how about we release and keep the lesson? Release that anger, vitriol, and keep the lesson. If you're still here, you made it. You're breathing, and you still have a purpose, and you still have a mission, no matter what, to spread and be the love. It's flowing on this planet. And it's beautiful and it's effortless. Because spirit is easy and effortless. Jesus had to release and walk. Moses walked. They released and stepped into higher consciousness. Are we ready to do the same? Because it's easy. So if you're willing, let's go in prayer. And take a breath, feel the ground. Feel the energy rising on the planet. Because I know, sense, and feel Spirit is here. That there's only one light, one truth, one God, known by no name and all names, the Alpha and the Omega, creator of heaven, earth, stars, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, seen and unseen. There's a power of light, and we are unified with that light, that love, that presence of release. And I know this for myself, for everyone watching, everyone in this world, for Althea Center, Denver, the United States, the world and the galaxy is releasing what no longer serves. And it's rising up in that higher consciousness of divine light frequency, of peace, of love, of joy, of power, of passion, and divine harmony. I know this for everyone in the world, that there is a rise of consciousness, a golden light, a golden thread that goes beyond us. That the indigenous ancestors and all our ancestors are supporting us in the rise of consciousness as we release the old and step into the new era, the new beginning, the new light of the Christ frequency. I'm grateful for Althea Center. I'm grateful for everyone that's participating and being that light, love, listening. And I know it's true, done, and complete as I release it to divine law, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend. At a point of order, our homework is to get rid of 3 things, right? Can they be my husband's things? No. I really love that. We were talking before service about, like, I imagine a higher one, and they keep those sandbags to keep it tethered. And I'm holding on to the sandbags and wondering why my balloon isn't rising up. And it's just a sandbag. What am I willing to release? I love it. And I will do the journal too. I love that as well. Thank you. Well, we talked about music quite a bit. Music's always a great way to rise up. Any folks can help us rise up? Absolutely. One here to help us rise up again.
Thank you again, Sam. Thank you for such an amazing message. It was great, really great. And I like it when the musical song dovetails right in there, so here we go. Come to
Just rise up and get out there. Thank you, fellas. That was wonderful. And that was time for our reading. I always look forward to it. Honestly, my refrigerator, I have a bunch of the different readings that I put up on magnets every time she does a reading. And she has a gift, a way of finding things that really speak to me anyway. So I'm looking forward now, if we can get Barbara up here for our reading on Sunday.
Yes. Actually, this week, Christina gave me the quotes. So this is going to be a time of reading, and then there'll be a moment of silence so you can contemplate these quotations. I have two of them. This is from Marianne Williamson. Change is in the air as old patterns fall away and new energies are emerging. Consciously release what needs to be released and welcome with a full embrace the newness you've prayed for and so richly deserve. And from Brianna Wiest. When it's time for something new, you will feel it. You will feel a desire to let go, to shed layers, to recreate. You will know because there will be subtle shifts all around you. You will release the old because you are really clearing the path for what's ahead. Trust the process.
I did ask Reverend if one of the things that we give away can be our money. It counts, right? So if we're generous with our money, then we only have two other things to give away for our home. So that works. And honestly, we've talked a lot about, as we give, we receive, and I think we get it. And this is the moment where we can actually put it into practice. As our ushers come forward with baskets, we talk about the project, the restoration. We see it manifesting in the carpet and the paint and the ceiling. All of you make it happen through your manifestation, through your generosity. We also have the dip jar. Reverend, just like we said, don't even need people anymore. Just the dip jar back there. You can do it by yourself over and over as much as you want. That's what Louise and I do. We have a QR code if you prefer that. Of course, you can be a consistent giver if you want. Sign up where it's withdrawn every month from your account. We see the fruits of the labor here. It's a beautiful thing. And as we collect today's offering, and our ushers bring those baskets up to the front of the space, I really love, we say a lot of great little prayers, but I love this one. Because I think it can apply to not just Althea, but everything in life. I think it's beautiful. Thank you. So let's say it together and think about really the meaning behind it. It's powerful. The universe provides all that I need and all that I give. With great joy, I share my prosperity, planting seeds for a world I am helping manifest. And so it is. Amen. I I love what Louise, I think almost a year and a half now, it's been a wonderful experience getting to know all of you and knowing the Althea way. And affirmative prayer was something you guys talked about, and when we got here, the power of affirmative prayer and of sharing it together. And I love this part of the service where we call prayers for the people. If there's something on your heart, whether it's a friend who's sick or whether it's a friend who just had a newborn baby, anything on your heart, this is your moment to share with us so that we can put that prayer into action. And we do have microphones we'll pass around. If anybody has something they'd like to share, a prayer, a thought, feel free, please. Howard.
Is it on? Okay. This is actually, my heart is overwhelming with the gratitude of what happened here yesterday at the Methodist Fair. I just couldn't believe when I came here how many people there were, first of all. Second, how much work it took on behalf of all the volunteers, but especially Kendara, Catherine, Rick, and Susan Stites, Sarma, oh my God, Daryl. Well, it was just amazing. And if you didn't come, oh, you've got to come next year. Because it was just amazing. This place was transformed. And then you walk in this morning and see it back to its beautiful self. It was transforming. It was just amazing. And I want to just heartfelt thanks and gratitude. And you guys did an awesome job.
Whose phone was that? Maybe that's what it's here, yeah.
Today's sessions. Yeah, I wanted to send out a quick prayer to my friend George Smith back in Lexington High School, who just finished his chemo last week. Should be recovering nicely now. So keep George Smith in your prayers. And also the people of Sudan, people of Ukraine, all areas of the world where there's still in conflict. May they find resolution, peace, and harmony. Thanks, Heaven.
I'd like to pray for the situation in Canada with the wildfires.
Wildfires. Anybody else? I noticed your t-shirt, we could say a prayer for the Nuggets, but they don't need it.
Let's pray for the Celtics.
Thank you all for sharing. Oftentimes I'll go home and think, wow, that moment was the coolest moment. And a reminder, the affirmative prayers after the service, Nancy Ruff will be facilitating that in the historic library. And of course, you can submit your prayers online anytime. Anytime on our website, they'll be read, they'll be heard. And now we have announcements. Where's Jenny? Oh, there she is. Watch her make her beautiful image from the back of the house. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jenny!
Well, thank you, Chris. Where's my walk-up song? You know, like a baseball, you got a walk-up song, but that's okay. It would be something about being Queen of the Universe, pretty much. We'll get that next time. I am Jenny, Queen of the Universe, and part of the team that brings you Amazing Sundays and speakers like Christina. So thank you again. And I wanted to say that I have at least one box that hasn't been opened in 20 years. I have at least 20 black t-shirts, and I have pictures I haven't done, so you're creeping me out with your ESP. And I need to go home and take care of those things. So next Sunday, we will have Christine, with an E on the end, Renee Mums will be our speaker. So roll out for that amazing Sunday. And we also quickly wanted to share that we are in need of a part-time cook / chef. If you know someone, this fits especially well for folks who are trying to start a catering business, because they would have full access to our kitchen. So if you know anyone who loves to cook or wants to start a catering business, talk to, I'm going to say Louise or Sarah about that opportunity. So we do have a chef, but we always like to have 2, maybe even 3 or 4, so plenty of cool things there. And or send something to admin@altheacenter.org. That's another way to do it. We have integrated yoga with Linda on Thursday nights at 5:30 to 6:45 p.m. So bring your mat. She will be taking a pause over the summer, so get in there while you can. It's still happening. We also still have a Zoom offering. Every Thursday at 11 a.m. on Zoom is Community Connections, led by Kathy Humphries there, waving her hand in the back. This has been going on since before the pandemic, but has been Zoom since. And so it's still a way for you to be part of the discussion. They have a different one every week. They don't meet the last Thursday of the month, so keep that on your calendar. But otherwise, join in with us on Zoom. We are excited to say, look at our thermometer. It just keeps rising. Our goal is by the end of the year to have raised $100,000, and we are more than 2/3 of the way there. But we still need your help. So please donate, because that's how it happens. We are still recruiting for the Board of Trustees. I am on board. We have a lot of fun. So check us out. That is another way to give back, is to give your time to us. And let's see, we also have other things going on. I want to make sure I have everything here. One second. Oh, and as Barbara mentioned yesterday, for those of you who don't know, there's a Festival of the Soul, which is also called Metaphysical Fair. And it's where we have readers and healers, music, food, all sorts of cool things. It happens once a year. Maybe we should do it more often, Barbara. Yeah. I'm thinking. But that's what she was talking about. And we had close to over 200 people, is what I heard, potentially, who came through yesterday from 2 until 4. So that's what she was talking about, and it was a wonderful event. Do turn in your feedback forms, don't forget, before you leave the building. If you really do feel like you want to take that home with you to give us some feedback, let us know about your feelings around Christina's message and her candidacy. Go ahead and take it home, and make sure we somehow get a picture of it and send it back quickly. But do try not to leave the building otherwise without turning that in. I think that's it, and what I will be doing now is turning it over to Sarma and Louise to do some volunteer recognition, unless there's anything else. Rick Kidsman, you're always my guru on anything else? Okay. All right, so I'll invite you guys on up. Come on.
So we want to acknowledge, I'm going to call them the angels of Althea, which are our volunteers. At the annual general meeting, we acknowledge everyone who has ever volunteered, and today I want to acknowledge the current volunteers, active volunteers. Now remember, that means if you read once a month, you're a volunteer. If you chop vegetables once a month or twice a month, whatever, you're a volunteer. Greeters, lights, anybody who's up here, remember me, you're a volunteer. This place doesn't work without you. So please, come on out. I will probably say your name. You're going to get this wonderful gift from Althea, which is a journal, an Althea journal. So just come on out. Active volunteers, come on, don't be shy. And there's Barbara Bale, and Serona, and Catherine McKay, and Rick Schaefer, and Diane Beal, and Sam Rubenthal, and Carrie Hawker, and Sue Peters, and Rick Kidsman. Oh, that's right, prayer partners. You better roll me up here. Get down on the wall. Barbara Boucher.
Peter, I forgot to say her name. Okay,
One more.
one more. Come on up, Dave. Peter's the... As a volunteer coordinator, you get to know a lot of people. That's the best part of the job. And remember everybody's names too. It's really awesome. Let's give a big round of applause.
And of course, hold on, Sonia. The angels don't work without a head angel, right? So, Sonia is leading us, but over the past few years, she has been our volunteer coordinator. She's been amazing and engaging us all in being part of it. So we want to say thank you. We have a different.
For those who don't know, you're moving to which of the Minnesota, Michigan, which one? Michigan. We thought this might be appropriate because some people say, where's Colorado? Really hard.
And here for you, Sarma, is a little bit of a taste of Colorado. I'm not going to tell what it is, but that's what it is. But we thought not too big, I don't know about this, but not too big, so could you pack it and not too much stuff that goes, in the junk drawer or something like that. But we really want you to remember us because we sure will remember you.
And there's also a great big poster board in the dining room, so even if you don't join us for lunch today, go to the dining room, sign this big poster card for you. And for those who don't really know, Sarma's been coming since, I don't know, 1937 or something. You're so young, but she's been a long-time member, pre-pandemic, through the pandemic, post-pandemic, and has been our volunteer coordinator for a number of years. And let me tell you, it's a tough job, and this woman has done it with grace and compassion and humor and patience. And so now Louise is going to be taking over and we'll have to do all that too. But we're just hoping that you come back for some reason in the end. But we also, she'll come visit, but she's going to be with family and grandkids, so it's a wonderful reason. So thank you for years of service.
We're going to release and rise up? All right, ready.
So if you choose, or even if you don't choose, stand up and grab a hand, or two, or three. Okay, let's hear it. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Something wonderful is happening to you right now. It is that thing called life. It is that thing called life. It is that thing called love. It is that thing called love. Whatever is going on in my life, I know there is a blessing there for me. A big blessing. A blessing of belief. A blessing of